Are we live yet? You guys are probably saying, Keith, where's Floyd? Aren't you? Somebody is. How many people's in here? We got 6 people in here. Cool. How do we do this? So, yeah, Floyd is over there. He's looking at some coins. He's like, I'll be there in a minute. Start it. I'm like, okay.
I'm picking the battle for what to go off the air and what I want and what he wants for it.
I don't know if they heard you or not.
I will repeat it in just about
You're going to repeat it?
He's picking his battles.
30 seconds.
In 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Here, bring your chair over a little closer.
Good morning, folks.
There you go.
You remember when you were little, when your
No, I don't remember.
parents, grandparents, so forth said pick your battles? That's what I was doing. I'm going through his bargain box to pick out what I want so we have something to discuss when we get off the air.
So today we're going to have fun.
So you
Besides
guys
like
don't- you
shadows
guys don't-
being in here.
You guys don't see him crying about, what I'm
I
trying
gotta
to get him to do.
I forgot to turn these lights on. Floyd.
I see. Yeah.
Create shadows all over us if you
I
don't
know.
have the extra lights on.
Okay.
Less
Well,
shadow.
I guess we're ready to start. So good
So yeah,
morning.
we're going to have fun today because
Uh-oh.
YouTube did something and everybody's channel name is now an @
Pretty
So
much their email.
pretty much your email.
Whatever
So
Ah,
yeah,
I see.
we're going to do our best to try to figure out who everybody is.
Okay. If
So
you find an email for me, I'm going to tell you straight
So-
up. Somebody else made it up. 'Cause I
okay,
don't
so
do
we're
it.
going to go through this one by one. Against an
Okay.
Army of Shadows. Who is that?
I have no idea.
That's Against an Army of Shadows.
That's not
Same
his real
person.
name.
That's his username.
Oh, okay.
How about Camelot Candle?
That's Bearded Bob.
That's Bearded Bob.
You're kidding.
I kid you not.
Speaking of, I've been trying to get a hold of him.
Camel
So
toe.
Camelot, camel toe. Okay, nice shot.
That's wrong.
Nice shot. I got a
You
lot of
shouldn't-
help from Angel.
I got you.
That's wrong.
If you're listening, give me a holler. I got a couple questions for you, sir.
Against an Army's cool. You shouldn't be messing with him. Jake Hudson. Who is he? He's Jake Hudson.
Oh,
No, Bearded Bob.
He's
was
our-
the
he's our-
camel toe one.
I think if I understand this right, Jake Hudson is subscriber number 22,700. If he subscribed about 15, 20 minutes ago.
okay.
And I think that was him because he was asking where we was because he didn't know what channel Floyd Live was on.
Oh.
Now he was subscribed to me.
We-
He was subscribed to Mrs. Coin
Yeah.
Crew and I to just.
We may have a new viewer this morning.
And how about AZ Coins? Do you know who that is?
I have.
That's AZ.
I don't go online, so.
Dricket is Dricket.
Okay.
We're going down. And believe it or not,
Yes.
Mrs. Coin Crew, you know who that is?
It's Angel.
Yeah, it's still
It's
Mrs.
your-
Coin Crew.
It's your guardian savior.
Kevin Hawthorne. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she saves me a lot. Kevin Hawthorne is Kevin. Roger Ivy is Roger Ivy.
Okay.
So
Yeah, a
yeah,
little
Silver
about that.
Shocker. I think that is Silver Shocker. If you're not Silver Shocker, let me know.
It is Silver Shocker.
She says it is. Wendy's Coins. Wendy Ma Coins is just Wendy.
Angel's telling him all the things he don't know. So, like I
Yeah.
said.
So I
he's
think
lost-
we're about
he's
done with
lost
it.
without it. Okay.
So yeah, we're here. So you were
There's
over there.
Liza.
Where's Liza?
Jane.
Oh yeah, Liza
Hey,
Jane
she here?
is where's it at here? Let's tag it. There's Liza.
I have.
I'm late. Morning, everyone. Yeah, they changed the YouTube handle name so everybody doesn't necessarily have
We'll
the.
be confused.
We'll be confused for a minute.
There's
There's that squirrel
charm.
that she got from Liza. A little
I
blurry.
don't know if it was in there.
It was blurry.
Miss Liza, I'd like to thank you again for the Ikes. You've created a whole lot of smiles this week.
There you go. I'll hide behind her hand. Maybe a little better.
For the first time in a long time, I'm not so worried about running out.
There it
Thank
is.
you.
Right here. Oh, right here. Oh man, I got long fingernails.
Cut them nails.
I'm gonna have to trim them before the show.
I know. You have to have Angel do that for you.
Yeah, I
later.
gotta cut Keith's nails and toenails and everything else.
And West Texas is still West Texas, and Amy is still Amy. Yeah, so everybody's gonna have fun trying to figure out.
Who people are.
So who be out?
We'll guess Keith don't see Mr. MR. We'll give it a whirl. We'll give it a whirl if he comes in.
Wait a minute, stop.
I don't see him.
I can't read that one right. No. Right there. It says, "Hey, Floyd."
That's Bearded Bob.
That's Bearded
That's
Bob.
Bearded Bob.
Yeah.
All right. After this is over, give me time to get home. I'll give you a holler, or you can give me one. I got some questions for you.
Floyd, we're so glad to support you all. What you all are doing.
Hey, I am.
Did they see the video?
So thankful for you people. Like I said,
This is getting crazy here.
you've been an awful lot of help. It took him a long time to get me to do this kicking and screaming. Now I wonder how much fun and help I've missed.
Oh, look at that fresh cup of coffee,
Fresh
Floyd.
coffee.
Faster.
Well, yeah. Last week, if I had known how to use my smartphone, I could have took a video of Keith and Brother Joe making coffee.
I don't know what you're talking
We
about.
could have got Comedy of the Year on that one.
I don't know what he's talking about. Wasn't me.
Uh-huh. Angel wasn't here and he was lost.
Well, when I wasn't working, I was just sleeping and waking up and sleeping, living the dream. What's up, my
Well,
friend? We're here for the camel toes. All righty then. Yeah, enough with all that. That's not polite. So let's try not to go there. Mrs. Angel was wrong. I admit it.
Not necessarily. We're here to have fun.
We are here to have fun.
Please don't be offended, okay?
Uh,
And okay.
This has been changed.
Uh-oh.
Angel does not no longer have the Monday show. It's been postponed till July for her. So that has been changed. It's back at Ida's. Something to do. She was going to cover for Ida when she had to get her windshield or something, and something happened. So Ida was able to figure something else out.
Okay, Keith, this gentleman's here to see you, so that
Is
means we're
he?
gonna
What's
get
he got?
Angel.
We're going to have to get Miss Angel over here. Come on in. All right, guys. We're going to let Miss Angel
Yeah,
come up
we're
here a
gonna-
minute.
all right,
Floyd
now-
will talk to you a minute.
now
You don't
we're
even
gonna
have
have-
to move.
Now we're gonna have fun.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
I got a customer.
We got Keith going,
How you doing?
What up, friend?
so
Haven't seen you in a
Anyhow.
while. Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
okay. there's a couple
Here comes
things
Floyd.
I had for this morning.
Still
One, I just told Miss Ida, thank you again, and Liza Jane, because
Pardon?
for the first time in a long time, I don't have to worry about running out of Ikes. So I took a whole pocket full instead of just 10 when I went shopping.
Pardon?
So you helped accumulate a bunch more smiles.
Isn't your birthday coming up soon?
Yuppie.
Is it next month?
I don't know, I forgot. Like I said, the memory's the second thing to go, and I forgot the first.
Tamsulosin disease. Do you have tamsulosin dizzy spells? Known side effect of that medication?
I've got dizzy spells, but they finally, after several years, I went for therapy and got a young lady that is at least on the ball.
Thank you,
And
Amy.
she had X-rays, and the first disc on the vertebrae between your skull and your head, your spine.
Oh, so up here
the disc-
somewhere?
Yeah, the disc is nothing more on the X-ray than a black line. It's about gone. So it's the
Mm.
last one.
So you're smashed together.
Yes, so that's what's pinching my spinal column and causing all these issues.
Okay.
So as they get it straightened out with the insurance, we're gonna have to do what I said I'd never do again and have another surgery.
Oh, yeah.
So I may or may not
I don't.
be here some weeks.
Well,
see.
we'll have to do house calls for you.
We'll see what they do and where and so forth, okay?
Hello, Siren.
And anybody out there from West Michigan?
Pardon?
Morning,
I'm
Ronald.
taking recommendations for
Yeah.
good neck surgeons.
Oh, you need a good neck surgeon?
Well, if they're gonna cut on my neck, I don't want the guy to.
Yeah, you don't want the bad one.
I always remember a question that my grandmother asked me or commented on when I was little. What do they call the person that graduates last in medical school? Doctor.
Doctor.
When I went to school for electrician, and when I went to become a master mechanic, you know, the people that was last couldn't find a job.
It says, do you get to any coin shows?
Very few anymore. I do a few local here and there.
Yeah,
but
we have Muskegon one like twice a year.
primarily I have 3 dealers in this town, and they all know of each other, okay, that I deal with. Because like I keep saying, get to know them so that you trust them and they trust you. Coin shows usually has things that are out of my reality range. I would love to go look, but like this last one, sounds like you had a lot of fun. But I'm not sure I could have been there and walked around for 4 days anyhow.
Yeah. Morning, Big Rocky.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah, the other person that couldn't make
It's
coffee.
the other half of the comedy club that was trying to make coffee.
The comedy club.
And Keith is grinning as he's waiting on the customer.
How many coin dealers does it take to make a cup of coffee?
More than 2.
Obviously more than 2.
What it takes is an angel.
It takes one angel
One angel or a cluster of coin dealers. Okay? There's no money in it, so he didn't learn how.
Yeah, Ronald said, I feel you, Floyd. I have plates and rods and screws down 4, 5, 6, and 7 vertebrae of the neck. Had 3 surgeries.
Okay, I've had 2 on my lower back. I've got spacers. You know, they kept telling me for years to wait for the artificial disc. And when it came along, they said, gee, we're sorry, it can't help you. And our world-renowned back surgeon said, I can fix it if we go to Sweden.
Sweden?
Yeah, well, over there, they're so far ahead of us, but your insurance is no good over there, so it's all out of pocket. Needless to say, I didn't go.
I don't think you want to fly to Sweden.
No. Same guy that could do it here, but we weren't to the point where we allowed it.
Oh, so he knew how to do it, but the U.S. wasn't allowing it yet.
They had not approved it yet.
He
goes over there every so often to train and to be trained on new procedures. Because we live in the most advanced country, in the wealthiest country, AKA, but we're way behind on medical.
Well, yeah, because we have to too many laws, so it takes us forever to get anything passed.
And the favorite pastime in this country is who can I sue next?
It is Silver Shocker. Keith's buying some 90%. Hello, John King.
When he goes outside, we'll have a sale.
Behind Keith's back sale.
Hey, if you don't tell him, he won't know. Yeah, don't anybody tell him though, okay?
Qatar is the wealthiest country per. Hi, Welchco.
Who?
It says, I don't know, Qatar. Qatar. Qatar.
Guitar. Okay.
Is the wealthiest country per capita.
Okay.
Per person.
Really?
If you average.
When did Angel give you this bit of information?
She just did.
Well, no, it says somebody's saying it on the screen.
Okay.
Who balances the books? I do.
Angel does. Who keeps track of the checkbook from me? All together now.
Who does everything except for be a pretty face?
Oh, I don't even do that.
All right. Who does everything but being an ugly face?
I got the answer. Join the fun. This is Pick on Keith. It was no fun doing it when Angel wasn't here to help me, or, you know, we didn't do a live broadcast, just one tape while she was gone. So that's not near as much fun as live.
Well,
get a little help.
my laugh is contagious, so even if it wasn't funny, it's funny.
You notice she was gone for 10 days without him? She's all smiles and in a whole lot better mood than when she left.
That's right.
I wonder why. Throw Keith under the bus. Like out for the wheels, dude.
No, he'll never know, Silver Shocker.
I know it.
Cash or check?
Welcome back, Wendy.
Whichever, can you do cash?
Hello, Lady Bluegrass.
I don't know. Been doing this long enough now. I'm starting to recognize some of these names. But like I said with Miss Ida, I finally got to put a face with the name. Okay?
Yeah, good cash.
And that
Okay.
was very.
Oh.
Oh, is that mine?
If it falls on the floor,
It's on the
dibs.
floor. I'm the sweeper.
Any-
I'm the sweeper.
Keith's butterfingers this morning. He doesn't want to get rid of his money.
You know how it is with Keith. His arm's going to hurt now for a month. He's going to hand out some cash.
Oh, you got your package already, Sterling? That was fast.
Yeah, I do a little more YouTube than lately.
20.
20. Is there any in here? Sure. Now you tell me there's money in this drawer.
Yeah. We've been hiding the cash from
I'm
you all this
leaning
time.
I'm leaning on the desk in the drawer where the money is. Now they tell me.
He's keeping the money safe.
You know, they didn't tell me that before. How many people were watching? Again.
Have a good one, Drickett. Hello,
we're back to
Scotty.
having fun.
Scotty Aquati said, "Hey, Floyd,
Hey, what's happening?
don't tell Scotty."
Yeah. Well, like I said, I know nothing about this, so if I squint hard enough, I can read part of it.
Yeah, he doesn't get to see the chat when he watches us on
No.
TV. The chat doesn't come up on the TV.
Nah.
So he doesn't know what you guys are saying. So we have to speak it out loud.
So, you know, I don't care. If what you're saying about me, I don't care. It
It's-
probably hasn't been said yet. Probably has already been said before.
No, actually, it's mostly good.
Is it really? Careful now. I got a reputation to maintain.
Red Silver says, "I am a stranger, Floyd. I just don't chat most of the time, always driving."
I don't chat at all.
Yeah, Floyd doesn't chat at all because he doesn't have a chat
The
box.
closest I come to the chat is once a month we do this.
Or he makes a phone call.
I
Yeah.
need 2 of them.
You need 2? Oh, it's right there.
See, that's one customer and he's come back for help twice from Angel.
Stranger danger, stranger danger. No, I'll let Floyd hear the song after the stream. Jake Hudson made me a cool country song about Miss Coin Crew and the squirrels, and
I see.
it's called
Oh.
Awesome Sauce.
I refound TNN on YouTube, so I did come out with another good thing out of YouTube. So I've been listening to a lot of the old country singers. I was raised on country.
Oh yeah, you can listen to
Never did care for pop.
music
You know,
on YouTube.
When did we decide music had to be loud and obnoxious to be good?
Right. Yeah, some of the songs I don't even know what they're saying.
You can't.
You're like, blah, 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 blah. You're like, okay.
Yeah, okay. If you say so. But, this, while Miss Angel was on vacation, so she don't even know it yet, I started a whole new class for me and the board of directors on coin collecting. Goes back to my antique and classic car show days. You know, the survivors with the old cars. When I run across sorting through coins to look to fill the kids' books, when I find one that is nice, it's not, AU, BU, that kind of quality, but I've been setting it aside, and then as I'm sorting through, I look for the rest of the set to complete it,
No problem.
okay? To put it in the little plastic holders, and we just call that the Survivor Series.
Yeah.
It's not AU, it's not BU, it's not proof, it's not da-da-da-da-da. It's just good-looking surviving coins.
Morning, Bill.
Yeah.
I found a 62 quarter
Exactly.
that looks excellent. So I was digging through the box this morning, and I'm working on what I've got at home that I'm trying to complete the set. Put in a holder for one of the kids.
28, no, okay.
I'm
sorry.
Here's the deal, no men
Board of
for
directors.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, gold has gone down today, and Keith already used his box of tissues because he bought a lot yesterday.
Mustang Dave, he needs another box, okay?
Really?
Well, Mustang Dave said he's gonna bring us a case next year.
He'll probably need them just for the show if he has to start discounting to sell things, okay? But I've been doing
Yeah, they're all gone.
30 years. I've been
They're all
trying to
gone.
beat him up and take advantage. Once in a while, I do get a good deal.
Really?
Who stole your crown? What place were you in, Wendy?
Uh-oh.
Silver Shocker's got number 3.
Is there another one?
I don't see who has number 2. Oh, Siren has number 2. Silver Shocker has number 3.
What are we talking
And
about there?
DW has number 1. Who is DW?
Daryl Walter.
I don't know. DW, who are you? I know I probably know you. I think it went down between 40 and 60.
I'm reading this one up here.
Which one?
It says, good day, Floyd, good day to buy gold. Or wait a little while for it to go down more. They priced me out of gold quite a while ago, okay? The kids have a little of it, but they get more silver.
All right, Doug. Hello, Doug.
Morning, Nick.
Morning.
We're having fun. Keith's gone.
Yeah, Floyd's been priced out for a
Yeah?
long
Okay.
time, so. Oh, now Sterling Cannabis is the turd. Tippy top of the turd
Oh,
pile.
yeah.
Morning, Visterian. Yep, you're late to the party, man. I'm gonna have to dock your pay, which is nothing.
That will be a show up on your paycheck next week, which I have not seen in years.
All right, so we saw you at the Tulsa show, Doug.
Sounds like that was a lot of fun. Oh, here he comes. He's got to
What's up?
get his face on.
Yeah,
the
he's got
camera.
to get his attention. He's
He
feeling ignored.
He was going.
You
into
said we
it.
seen Doug at the show. Oh, DW?
DW, he said he's Doug from Missouri.
He was going
Doug,
into
I'm
withdrawal.
Keith. I'm originally from Missouri.
He said he was at the show.
I was born and raised in Missouri.
Ask him how much
She
Missouri.
drug me up there.
Yeah,
Hey.
he's from the state of Missouri.
Yeah, but now ask him how
Missouri.
much the state of Missouri paid him to leave. Like I said, Keith's busy. Now we're gonna have fun.
Yeah, how many people's in here? I don't even know.
I don't know how to read it. So
44 people.
all at one time.
Yeah, there's 44 people
All
looking at you right
right.
now.
Okay, you have my deepest sympathy.
Jay Cutson's from Mississippi.
Been there.
PPI.
Been to Mississippi. Been to probably 95% of the states, including Alaska and Hawaii, before I got derailed and retired.
Yeah, that's why I pronounce it that way, Sterling. He said Keith brings misery with him everywhere he goes.
Missouri's been pronounced to me as misery for
Yep,
years.
It's misery.
Yep.
Misery.
Some of my relatives were married to people from Missouri.
It's always it's also the show me state. Show
Yeah,
me.
I've heard that one too.
Show me how to bring misery.
Show me the border. Ooh, look at this. If we had the camera turned the other way, you could watch Keith actually working.
Hi, kind of coiny.
Kind of who?
Kind of coiny.
Coiny. I thought you said corny.
Instead of corny, it's coiny.
All right.
Hello, William Marshall. He's in Kentucky.
Been there too, several times.
I think Lady Bluegrass is in Kentucky.
In fact, I repaired the electric brakes on my mother and stepdad's travel trailer on the Skyline Parkway at the highest point in Kentucky of the road. Oh, is that mine? Thank
No.
you.
Keith likes these. They call them the
rattlers?
The rattlers, yeah.
Well, that's because it reminds him of moving his head.
They rattle. It's like a bobblehead.
There's a rattler on the auction Sunday.
Oh, you're getting one of your rattlers? If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Every time I hear misery, all I can. Oh yeah, that movie Misery, where she put that block between the dude's legs and broke his foot or his
I
ankles.
probably didn't watch that movie.
It had Catherine Bates in it.
I don't know who she is.
She kidnapped this story or this author dude. She kept him kidnapped and she broke his ankles in order for he couldn't escape. Order dollar halves.
Dollars and half. Oh,
Dollars and halves what?
and halves.
Oh, of the classic holders.
Okay.
He's already given me work for today.
Telling you, her work stacked up while she was gone because he couldn't do it.
What do you think about these shows on History Channel that show pawn shops in Vegas? They're all right. It's kind of funny how the person stands outside and you'll be like, "I'll take $50 for this," and then the like, what do they call the
Specialist.
expert or whatever, and then
Yeah.
the expert's like, "It's $1,200," and then they're like, "I want $1,200."
Yeah, but you notice when
I
it's
think they're all
all done,
staged.
I do too. When it's all done, they always tell you, I bought this for this, but it's worth this. But I'll sell it to you for this much less if you come in.
Yeah,
It's all for the camera. In fact, I think I've seen where most of them now are behind bars.
yeah. Hi, Roxilla. Actually, I think 2 of them's passed away on that
Yeah.
one. The old man.
The
And
old
then-
man- oh, yeah.
Just the old man.
The old,
No, somebody else just passed away recently.
Chumley. Wasn't it Chumley that
I've been
passed?
hearing Chumley forever, and I keep looking, he's still alive.
It might be the
Well,
dad,
that's like, yeah.
not
no, I
not the
think he went
grandpa,
to
but the
jail.
dad.
You don't know.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
seen it
Creating,
somewhere.
Rumors.
It was on the internet. It must be true.
Bonjour.
Buongiorno.
Keith's out here rubbing his arm. He had to hand cash back out, so his
Okay.
arm hurts.
He said Rick isn't dead.
I told you.
Rick is, I don't know.
You're over there trying to spread
Rick
rumors.
Harrison's older son. Okay, so his older son wasn't in the show.
No.
So it's somebody that we wouldn't be familiar with. His older son passed. Because they just had Chumley, the old man, and then Corey
Corey.
and Rick, and that was it.
And some of the help. And then they had some of the other local people they dealt with.
Hey, Saucy Stan.
Sausage stand.
His name's Sorcerer, but Keith messed up his name and was calling him Sorcerer,
Saucy.
like a flying
Okay.
sorcerer.
Yep.
Instead of a sorcerer, like a wizard, he was
Yeah.
calling him like a flying sorcerer.
Keith, Angel didn't tell him how to pronounce it, so we screwed it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The tags, I think, is your guys' email. Is your email sorcererstan@gmail.com? I think it's giving everybody's emails as their tags. You have to go in and customize your YouTube
For a
handle.
nominal fee, they'll change that for you.
Stealing cannabis. He called Sterling stealing cannabis instead of Sterling. It's a YouTube tags. Well, we don't want to be tagged, man.
Jesse James is buried in Missouri. Okay. I have heard that when I've been through Missouri, but I didn't know about it at the time. I'd have probably stopped and checked that one out too. We spent 9 days getting to California, out Route 66. And friends of mine that went the year before made the trip out and back in 7. What did you? Well, we're going to see it next time. It may never be a next time.
Floyd likes to collect a variety of things because they go to his board of directors.
I don't collect. My kids tell me I am in procurement. I pick it up for them and then they get it. But I try to keep up with what they're interested in lately. Okay. You know, well, geez, Dad or Grandpa, we don't have any of these. Okay. Like my youngest board of director, he was interested in ships. So it took quite a while to find him a shipwreck coin that we could actually prove was a shipwreck coin that I could afford to buy for him. So, you know, most of those don't really know Keith, so they still think he's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. What did somebody say? When trading silver rounds and bars for a large 100-ounce silver, should you expect to trade 1-to-1, or is 100 individual ounces is worth more than a 100-ounce bar? Because
Most generally, the dealer will trade you heads up maybe $10.
yeah, they'll probably trade you heads up.
But he'll sell you this.
Maybe ask for
Yeah.
$10 too.
Because
just to get something.
It's harder to move the 100-ounce bar because if somebody's going to spend that much money at once, they'll probably just buy a piece of gold. Have a good one, Bill Driscoll.
Ooh, what fractional size would you advise to give grandkids for first piece of gold? I laughed at grams when I bought my grandkids their first piece of gold. So I bought them 10th ounces. Now, even they wish, we'd have sold in some of them cheap grams at the same time.
Yeah.
I laughed at them at $25. Now they're how much?
I know. Floyd wishes he would have got more grams, but because they're
because-
smaller, he laughed at them.
I saved my money and bought 10ths. I could have been buying, 1 or 2 grams a week and actually been farther ahead. But you know what they say about hindsight.
Yep.
It's always perfect.
If you knew what hindsight was,
Look behind sight.
yeah, look behind. Hey, who's that?
Wait a minute.
What's the deal with the squirrels? Well, I have ADHD, and so I squirrel out. It's actually a medical term, getting squirreled. Ah, you asshole.
I'm just trying to squirrel you.
Keith,
That's
that
not
man's
squirreling.
walking away.
Yeah, so I have squirrel brain. The squirrels are real. The squirrels come in and cause mischief.
And they're catchy.
Yeah,
Okay. They're catchy.
they're having too much fun, and there's too much fun going on inside my brain. Your first goal should be 1 kilo on silver.
Yeah, come on. Who can afford 1 kilo of gold?
I know.
How many ounces is that?
31 point something.
So 31 ounces of gold, and gold is over 3 now, right?
Yeah, nobody can afford
So
that.
that would be a lot of money. I can't even do the math.
Too
on
much
that
to even think about.
one. I can't even do the math on that one, folks. Hey, Nick, the box that's already in little stacks, I went through.
Oh, I put your stuff over somewhere.
Yeah, I got to figure it out here. But
Keith puts stuff on top of it.
Yeah, Seeker give me the information of what he sold these silver proof sets to Keith for. So I'm gonna try to beat him up for the board
Okay,
of directors.
32.1
Yeah.
is
As their birthdays come up and they usually get something extra, I like to try to pick up a bargain here and there.
Liza said ADHD people are extremely smart. Yeah, because we have 1,000 things going on at once. So we know a lot of stuff. It's just a matter of slowing down in order to tell you the stuff.
Hey, it's one of those deals.
Yeah, someone sold us a bunch of platinum yesterday too.
That's why people don't understand ADHD, because they're not smart enough.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't.
I'm on a
understand.
whole higher level than everybody else.
Yep.
So I'm ununderstandable.
That's why she's teaching.
I'm a teacher.
Hey, come on. Over the years, you've taught me a few things about these coins, probably as much or more than Keith, which, don't get me wrong, Keith's been a lot of help, and I really enjoy knowing him. But sometimes you just go to the source for answers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, if you put me on the spot, I panic, so I can't tell you anything. But if I'm thinking about it, then I can tell you a whole lot. DW says no platinum here. Well, I mean, at one point it was worth more than gold, so I mean, it's probably a good time to get some.
I bought one piece of platinum, and the story is, I used to take my granddaughter because her parents were getting divorced, so I was taking her back and forth to counseling. And we'd always stop here every week, either on the way in or the way out. Well, Keith was having a drawing to give away a small piece of platinum. And, a few weeks later when he had the drawing, we stopped in, and instead of saying I won, he said, "Here, Grandpa just got you a piece of platinum."
Yeah,
I did buy one small piece.
We used to do a drawing, everybody that came in and spent $10 or more. We gave them a raffle ticket to fill out, and at the end of the month, we'd pull somebody's name to win something cool.
And, like I said, I try to pick up what the kids like, okay? Or now, we've started a whole new category. I did antique and classic car shows for years for charity, okay? Well, if I run across a coin, let's see, what's laying on Keith's desk here that we might use as an example, okay?
yourself.
That's just a Kennedy half.
Yeah, but that's like a 2003. But say that was a 67,
Certifiable.
Yeah.
older date. Okay. Well, then I set that aside in this little, I use quart freezer containers to store coins in. Okay. I put it, aside, and then as I'm sorting through other coins, looking for stuff for them, I look for coins the same year to try to get all the denominations. And then Miss Angel sells me the little plastic sleeves
Mm-hmm.
or holders.
Hi, Ted Smith from Blissfield, Michigan.
Blissfield, where's that at?
I don't know.
I don't need
It's
it.
got to be nicer than here.
Come on.
It's blissful in a field, man.
Okay.
Hi, Sam M.
Sam M. I've heard that name, but not for a while.
Yep, right there, Sam M.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to talk to him on the
He's been-
phone one day,
I
didn't you?
did. He's been more than generous helping me out at different times, and I do thank you for that. Sometimes I don't say it quite right because I can't remember the names. Like I said, memory's the second thing to go, but
Yeah.
I forgot the first. Okay?
Sometimes words are hard.
Well, I was raised to always say thank you, but sometimes I have to stumble for a minute to come up with the name to who I'm thanking. Last week, when we were on air, I was thanking Miss Ida and Liza for the Ikes they sent to give away to the kids. Well, I kind of stumbled on Liza, so Keith told me who it was. I know who it was. It just took me a minute to bring it back to the surface.
It's 10 miles north of Toledo, Ohio. So you're at the border close to Ohio is where
Yeah,
Blissfield is.
okay. I know I've seen the sign. Here.
At least you don't live in hell.
Floyd,
We do have a hell, Michigan.
next month,
Next month.
What do you want for your birthday?
your birthday. We're live.
We're live on your
I
birthday
don't-
next
oh,
month.
yeah. Well, that's
25th.
okay. I told you I forgot when it was. Thanks for reminding
Yeah.
me. I'm getting old.
I asked him.
You're going to be 77.
Double sevens. My kids remind me of that every
Okay,
week.
so Floyd's
That's good enough.
Floyd's going to be 77
Who'd have thought?
next
Who'd have
next
ever
month.
thought I'd live this long?
On his, he'll be here live on his birthday.
Nick, I appreciate anything.
Well, I mean,
okay?
there is a
It's
place
eventually going to go to the kids. I'm sorry, board of directors, and they think that's funny. So, but when I talk to them, they prefer kids. My son is 58. And he still wants to be a kid.
Visterian is a Buckeyes
57.
fan. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks to grow up, man. So you kind of
I
can't.
refuse to grow up.
I know.
I
Me
grow
too.
old, but
Me
I'll never
too.
grow up. Okay,
I've lost about an inch, so I'm growing down.
I've lost over two, and now I understand why.
Yeah,
All these-
because your things are your
All these dizzy spells is because the discs I've been run hard and put away wet too many times,
yeah.
and they're wearing out. They did my back, some of them. Now they want to start on my neck.
I'll have to wait to ask Keith that, Williams Marshall. Keith, would you buy a 1993 Gold American Eagle for $3,300?
No,
No?
gold's below 3,300 right now.
Oh, it's below 33 right now?
He'll sell you one for that price, but he don't want to buy one for that price.
So, I mean, is that a good retail? Is that a good
Oh, that's a
retail?
great retail price. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
If he's buying one, yeah, great.
well, no, his friend's trying to sell him one. That's
Oh,
a good
Well, a real
retail
friend,
price.
a real friend,
Yeah, William, if
excluding Keith, would give you a discount.
yeah, he'd give it to you for half off. But no, seriously, if you can buy one for 3,300, William, great deal. I just wouldn't pay it because I got bills to pay. I got mouths
You
to
already
feed.
need your tissues for the
Yeah.
money you lost on the gold yesterday.
For all the silver I
You
just
bought
bought.
no, but you bought gold yesterday, and now you're
It
losing
went
on it.
down today. Oh man, I can see the tears.
Yeah, I'm actually over Malcolm.
There. Yeah, it's-
I was going through hell.
You know what I mean?
Keep on going, don't slow down. If you're scared, don't show it. You know that song?
yeah, I've heard it, but yeah, yes. We back when I was riding motorcycles, I used to take my son because he was the older, and I rode the bigger bike. on the back of my bike, and my ex took my daughter on hers. And we take off Sunday morning and just go for a ride. And I think my daughter was, I don't know, somewhere between around the 6, 7 age. And she said, "Where's hell?"
Where's hell?
Well, it's no. I heard this thing, on the news about Hell, Michigan. Where is it? So that was our excursion that day. We went there to show them.
So you took him to
Oh,
hell?
yeah, we took them to hell and back.
You'd be like, hell if I know.
But we used to do that kind of stuff. When I had my convertible, my Firebird that I kept for 30 some years, we just drop the top, as they say, take the kids and go wherever somebody come up with. As long as we could get there and back in the day. Stop along the way, have lunch. My folks
And a
did
mom
that.
and pop shop.
Yeah, my folks did that growing up, and I have very good memories of it. Well, here, we went to Paris, Michigan, where the fish hatchery is. And the biggest one I will never, ever forget, they had this huge sturgeon in a pond.
How big was it?
10 feet or no.
Oh, it was like
up into feet.
Taller
It was
than
one of the-
you?
Yeah, it was one of the biggest ones.
So
okay?
it could have ate
But
you?
My dad was,
That fish could have eaten you?
I don't know, but he was monkeying around. He stuck his hand down in the water. Of course, them fish in them, those outdoor aquariums, I called them, become half tame. So it come up and was bumping his hand. So he was trying to grab it. I'll never forget that memory. That was hilarious. I don't know what he'd have done if he'd have got a hold of it besides go swimming.
It probably would have, probably would have took his hand off.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think I don't know if they're a mean fish or not, but it was one of the biggest. But, like that. It would somebody would tell you about seeing something, and if we could get there back in the day, we took off and went. Took a loaf of bread, ketchup and mustard, some mayo, stopped along the way and bought a package of bologna and found a place to have sandwiches
yeah.
and drink Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
But that
Michael
was-
Wells, though, when you run out of storage space for your silver, you'll have to change over to gold.
When I run out of storage space for silver, something's wrong with the kids and grandkids, not even board of directors, because every once in a while, when they're there, I'll be putting something, because I bought a big safe to put stuff away in, all right? And they'll go, "Dad, this is getting kind of full. Don't you think it's time we cleared some out?" We call it distribution day.
Distribution day.
Yeah, the stuff that I didn't get 5 of, like sometimes I'll see something, it's only 1 or 2 of, we put them in a big pile and go around. They all sat on the floor, including my son, which is in his 50s. He complains a little, but he still does it. And then they take turns going in a circle and picking something. And I make sure I don't leave no price tags. It's just whatever they.
Yeah, because if they see something's worth more, then they'll take
Well,
that one.
Yeah, but it's just, they try to get what they want. But every once in a while you hear, "Gee, I wanted that." Well, I got there first. Okay. Well, when we're done, then the real fun begins, because they begin trading. You got this that I wanted, and I got this that you wanted, so let's trade.
Horse trading.
Horse trading, yes.
Oh.
What kind of motorcycle? I started out on a Honda. No, I'm sorry. I started out on a Suzuki. I
Suzuki.
bought the wife a Honda. I bought one Yamaha in my life. The local Yamaha dealer had it more than I did. I had one Harley, and I think it took up residency at the Harley shop. So my first and last motorcycles were Suzukis. And you can just beat them half to death and keep riding.
Let's see. Sturgeon do not have mouths proportionate to their body. Nothing like a largemouth bass or a tarpon or a
All
gulf.
I remember
Oh, so
was
they can't eat
it
you.
was the hugest fish I ever seen. First thing, because it wasn't that old. So the first thing I thought of was it had to be a baby whale. And then mother found the sign and said, "No, it's a sturgeon," which I guess
All
are
right,
native to Lake Michigan.
somebody. Is $28.50 a good deal for an 1853 BU 3-cent piece? It seems like it's a good deal.
Great deal. If it's real.
Yeah, if it's real, it's a good deal.
Great. Great.
Does it say made in China?
Says, has Floyd been to the Spam Museum in Austin, Minnesota?
No, I haven't. I went through Wisconsin and I'm not sure I've been to Minnesota. If I have, I don't remember.
I ate some Spam and eggs the day before yesterday.
Yeah. We did go to
He said it's too salty.
the Precious Moments Museum, which I kind of scoffed at, but when she convinced me to stop, we spent a whole day looking through that.
Oh, isn't that
So-
precious?
Yeah, well, we took, like I said, we spent over 3 weeks going to California today. My old 65, I still have 65 Chevy pickup. If we seen something on a sign and looked like it's like, let's find out. Okay, we stopped. The biggest ball of yarn in the world, Cadillac Ranch, Volkswagen Ranch. I bet Bug Ranch. I bet you didn't know they did that with the bugs, just like the Cadillacs. They buried them nose down.
They got a. Oh, you're talking about like the VW bugs.
Yeah,
I was
bug.
thinking a bug.
No,
Like
no,
they
no.
got a bug ranch.
They have the Cadillac Ranch where they buried these Cadillacs, which they've moved because too many tourists was destroying them. But then they also have one called the Bug Ranch, and it has 5 or 6 Volkswagen bugs buried nose down, just like the Cadillacs. And at that time was a good tourist attraction. But if we seen something and I don't know, let's stop. We may never go this way again, so let's stop and see. Well, if you're putting money in there, just put it in.
He's putting empty. He's putting in empty money wraps in there. Yeah, we reuse them.
Yeah, the bank decided to charge him a half a cent a piece, so he reuses them.
Yeah, he reuses them till they fall apart.
Buy 'em.
Here, how much you want to give me for this one?
You can go.
Already used, I can't buy that. It's gotta be new.
Go your own
That's what I said. They
way.
charge you for them, so we started reusing them.
Yeah, you should get it, American Patriot.
Uh-oh.
They said the Cadillac Ranch is still in Amarillo.
Okay. Like I said, memory's
Does he mean
gone.
the chicken ranch?
No, the Cadillac Ranch.
Have you been to the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky?
Yes, I have.
I've drove by it many a time.
Probably 30 years
It's on the
ago.
65.
Are you finally?
Dude, you're spilling coffee all over the place. Oh, no, just
Just
What?
hang on.
Hang on. I can use one of your tissues.
Oh, he's going to cry. If you do that, he's going to cry.
already got a big towel.
But yeah,
Yeah, he's sitting here flashing his
I
coffee
have
cup
a
up
habit of tapping my
He's
cup
tapping
on
his
the desk.
cup.
and tapping the
It's down
coffee.
to a half inch, but I guess I tapped harder.
Well,
Got on the desk.
I'll tell you what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to switch up so you can
Yeah.
have some more
Yeah.
coffee.
There you go.
Yep,
But
he's
All
finally
the
not
years I
busy.
drove by it, my adopted son finally said, "Dad, when are you going to stop?"
And Floyd needs more coffee.
So I
Yeah.
did. It's quite the place. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, worth the trip. Some of this stuff. I remember meeting people that drove halfway across the country to come see Lake Michigan. I live within 5 miles of it. So
I'm back. Oh, it's almost over now.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
okay, guys, it's been fun.
We got about 10 minutes left.
What name do I want to use to call you? The guy that's going to try to cut the fun down is back, okay? He said it was against his general beliefs to have fun. How's that, buddy? Did the wheels get you yet?
Everybody is trying to keep getting Mike and Keith into competitions and stuff.
Look out for the wheels, buddy. The bus is no big deal.
Yeah. Somebody earlier said they heard 90% jingling in the back. They did.
They did. I just bought a bag of. I just threw it on a
They
scale.
just got a bag.
Oh, here, I'll give you $10 for the whole
I just
bag.
threw it on a scale and
For the
bought it.
whole
I'll
bag.
give you, here, show
There's
that bag.
225 quarters.
You won't
by
even
weight.
get 2 quarters for $10, Floyd.
No, you won't
should
get
he
two
take my
quarters.
$10? What do you think?
I'll tell you what.
$10 gold. We'll take a $10 gold for the bag.
I think I've seen one of them, but
I don't know if
trust
I
me,
could.
don't own one. The only way I own an ounce is because I bought it in tenths so that I could split it up amongst the kids. And that was way back when it was.
No, it'd be pretty close
12.
taking a $10 gold for that
Yeah.
bag. That's all I got to
think
say
it was
about that.
12 or 1,300 for an ounce when I acquired some money and bought one to split up for the kids. I
Been to
took
the
it
History
in
Aviation Museum in Kalamazoo, says Turley.
Been there, yes. Been to the,
I've been to the Nut House in Kalamazoo.
it's a static display of old military planes in Indiana.
So
Can't
did
even remember the name
does-
of
if-
the town.
if anybody knows this, did a sinkhole swallow some of the Corvettes in the Bowling Green Corvette Museum? Let us know. A
Supposedly.
sinkhole.
Probably.
Sink. The
sinkholes.
museum halfway sunk through it, okay?
Is that what happened?
Yes. And that was
Just
a while
saying.
back. Yeah. I can't remember the year,
I'm
but
just saying.
we
I'm
had
just a
finally
guy.
stopped there a year or two before that happened. And like I said, my adopted son, he said, Dad, at least you finally stopped before it was gone.
True. Yeah.
Some things you just don't.
I'm in
There's
Arizona.
There's
Memorial
a
3
classic and antique dealer on 31 going south that we drove by, I bet you 50 times before I finally decided to stop.
Yeah, he had coins in there too. I think he passed away years ago.
Well, I haven't been
I used to
down
drive
there
by
in
him.
over 20 years. I can't.
On
fact-
31 south of GR, going to the state line.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. This was down in Indiana.
Oh, I'm talking about
Yeah, no,
or
Indiana.
Michigan.
It's in fact, he gave us a license plate to put on the front of my truck. Okay. That I did run around with for a few years.
Okay, nobody bigger. Who is this? Is this Mr. or somebody? I don't know.
I don't know who I'm
Say
talking about.
nobody bigger.
It says nobody bigger. Yes, it did. Yes, but they restored them.
Yeah.
And I think I heard
they
something
weren't a
about
total
it.
Loss.
Who is
No.
nobody bigger?
Who is nobody bigger?
I know we're having to guess who people are.
They fished them out and restored them.
Yep. But that's worth it.
Dude,
an
you're-
afternoon.
Oh, here, wait a minute. Go ahead, keep talking.
All right, look out. He's taking notes. He's probably going to try to get money out of you. Okay.
No, I'm going to listen to this person.
Uh-oh.
He says, I should give Floyd pre-33 gold for his birthday. Here, Floyd.
He wrote it
Happy
down.
birthday.
He wrote it down. Okay.
There it is.
Where can I cash this in at?
Nowhere. Nowhere.
Not with you, right?
Someone asked me for something expensive. That's what I do. I write it down. I go, here.
Hey, my youngest board of directors, like I said, he wanted the shipwreck coin, and it took a long time to find one that we could actually verify with shipwreck that I could afford to buy for him. Okay? And that's just like, and excuse me, I'm not sure I remember correctly, but was it the tanks, the military tanks? My son and my grandson both like military stuff.
Looks like somebody did I hit the like button? Because we've got 36 likes, 48 concurrent
949.
viewers. I got to make sure I hit it. Here. Yep, I hit it. So it's not me. I'm not in trouble.
I only hit the like button when I can find it and when Miss Angel is on. With Keith, yeah, it's just another. Okay.
Well, I figured they'd hit the like for you, not for me.
Well, like I've said before, if you wait all week to talk to me, you need to get a life.
So anyway, gold and silver did some ease backs today,
Yeah,
folks.
and I haven't asked my weekly question yet.
Okay, what do you wanna
Waiting
know?
it on air. How much is gold and silver this week?
Gold is down to 32.71.
Down to?
Down to. It is down $55 on the day.
I was
Silver is
thinking
down
up
to $36, down 57 cents on the day.
Silver stuff.
Platinum's dropped $76 to $13.43, which is way up from a month ago because it was around $1,000. Palladium is got hit the softest, only $5 down, 0.44%, down to $11.28.
to see.
So what do you think about
Just-
that, Floyd?
I think
So the
it's-
metals are going down.
I'm not sure it's going down. They're just doing a self-correction and catching up.
I'm
with
not sure.
itself.
That's what I'm asking you.
Okay.
You're the guy with the
It's
knowledge.
like-
I'm just a guy.
Knowledge, hell, just an opinion.
Well, the
And
stock
they are like-
market,
never mind. Okay.
stock market's doing
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. But the
Um,
stock market does the same thing, and I'm not into it, but I do have friends and relatives that are.
But-
If it starts charging ahead too fast, every once in a while, somebody hits the brakes and it catches up with itself.
Well, I don't have the numbers here. I just
Yeah.
have the percentages. Dow's up 0.92%.
But-
NASDAQ's 0.5 up, and the S&P sees a respective 0.57%.
Stocks, gold, silver, any of that stuff, you ain't made nor lost a dime unless you're selling it.
Okay, Eliza
all
Jane
right
has
time.
the question, why is gold so down? It is down so much because I bought it yesterday. That's why.
Keith,
If I buy gold, it goes
Keith.
down.
Of all times you got to be honest about something, you got to wait till I had a mouthful of coffee. That sounds like my luck. You know, it's, and I had a fool on the phone yesterday trying to give me a new credit card.
Mrs. Coincre says, how did I take number 2? I haven't been chatting. I guess I've been here the longest.
There you go. But you know,
No, Mrs. Coincre, you are at number 1.
there you
She's
go.
got the number 1 crown.
I'm not sure, but I voted
So
for
first she had a number
I don't
2,
know
and now
how,
she's got a
but,
number
yeah.
1. I don't know about all
But
that.
I had
Number
this-
1s,
yeah,
number
this-
2s, and number 3s.
this company on the phone, you know, for get to issue me a new credit card,
Yeah.
and they offered me 18% with no interest.
It's because I've been here the longest.
I'm sorry,
And
18 months,
Army
no
made
interest.
it where he can't
There
get
you
a
go.
crown.
Yeah, he would always
don't
almost
want the
he would
crown.
almost always have number 1 if he
Yeah.
wanted it.
Well, I'm not quite sure. Now, Miss Angel, I understand, but how you got to get lucky enough to be associated with this many good people, I'm not sure.
I
But,
don't know.
anyhow,
I haven't figured
it's
it
like,
out.
okay, so I figure, which I've done before, when they send me this credit card, I'm going to come in here, try to beat Keith out of the service charge, and purchase a little bit more silver that I can pay off a little bit a month for the next year and a half. So it's making money for the kids without costing me interest.
DW Doug, how much
Daryl Walter,
did you lose dollar wise? I didn't lose nothing dollar wise because I still own the product, and that's important to remember. My realized profits or losses are not realized unless I sell.
you ain't
So-
made or lost a dime.
I have
until you sell
no, I
it.
made some money because today I bought some silver
Okay,
at the lower price.
have you?
Yeah, I bought silver. I bought
All right.
gold and platinum
Okay.
yesterday, and
You-
they went down. I didn't buy silver, and it stayed up yesterday. Go figure that.
Yeah.
Now today it's down, and I bought it.
You bought it. How did
No.
you make money? You ain't sold it yet. You ain't made money.
Oh, I make money. I did just sell some silver.
Okay, then you made money.
Yeah, but it's like whatever I bought got hit hard.
Well, as they say, that's life.
Miss Corn Crew's rubbing it in, Doug.
Not on air, folks. Come on. This is a family show.
How's that? What are you talking about?
Never mind.
I'm lost. I'm lost.
Angel, you have some explaining to do to this old man. But, okay. Yeah, now, see, when we're off air, maybe I should do it on air and see if we can get you embarrassed enough for a better deal. I talked to Seeker when I came in.
Yeah,
About
yeah.
About some silver proof sets that he bought.
Yeah, he talked to a seeker over on Miss Ida's this
Yeah.
morning.
And it was like, I'm trying to pick these up.
Silver Premier
For-
set, 92 through 1992 through
for
1998.
the
I
board
bought
of
the complete
directors.
set.
But if you tell me what you sold them to him for, I got a little bargaining chip. So Seeker told me he sold them to him for $6 a piece.
And anybody who believes that he is going to sell me for $6 a 90% half, quarter, dime, proof penny, and a proof nickel for $6
And
is
they
crazy.
are dated,
Anybody who believes it is
they
crazy.
are dated in the 80s.
The quarter and a half are worth more
Yeah,
than
but
the
the
6 all by
sets are- The
themselves.
sets are in the 80s, I believe.
90s,
okay.
1992.
So they're
through-
already, okay. Yeah, and not that many proof sets unless only silver ever make money. I learned that way late.
So you should get a deduction on unrealized losses. That is counted as an inventory reduction at the end of the year when we count inventory. Yes, it will show up
How
there.
come I don't get to claim losses on my taxes?
No, it's not losses on my taxes. It's losses on my earnings.
Yeah,
I still
which-
got paid the same
which-
amount of
Which
taxes.
affects your taxes.
No, because they tax me on the amount of inventory I have. So the less inventory I
Right.
have, value-wise, the less taxes I have to pay.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So yeah, gold could go down to $1, silver go down to $1. Just on January 1st, go back up.
I found a penny on Keith's desk. Let's see if it's something I should try to work a set of around. 1901 Indian head. I've got some 1901s and I couldn't afford to get the other coins anyhow. So there's your penny I found on your desk.
What's that? Oh, that's an Indian penny.
Yeah, I just seen it peeking out from under this piece of paper.
Seeker was fibbing. He wanted to see if Keith would use his tissues, and I did.
He did.
I got him right here.
Seeker was trying to help me out, like Mustang Dave. He's trying to get my back and see if I can get over on Keith a little bit. I need a little help here, folks.
Ted Smith says, Keith, how is your new air conditioner furnace running? Now that I'm broke and paid for it, I'm cold. It's cold at home.
Yeah, it's your fault it's in the 90s.
It's 72 degrees in the house and it feels cold.
The first year that I put air conditioning in my house, when I sold my convertible, it was a cold summer.
Wendy says, I want to opt out of the crown thing. I think it's funny. Against an Army said, it is up top fans. You hit that there. That shows you who they are, but then you go to settings, the 3 dots. Community moderation participants. I don't know how to do it. It's
I don't
over there
either,
somewhere.
Anything that's fun, you don't want to opt out of.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Life's too short.
Okay, go to questions.
Uh,
I got it.
slow down, man. I can't read that fast.
I
If
can't
had my
either.
glasses
I can't
on.
either. I don't know.
Then how do you know
Yeah.
if you found it or not?
Against an Army knows how to opt out.
All right.
I don't know how to. I'm just a guy.
Against an army, educating.
Oh, you won't opt out. Oh, she won't opt out, she's saying.
I see.
Too much fun.
If it's fun, keep doing it.
Keith, get that tire fixed. I did get it fixed twice.
He likes having the crown.
And it
I
still
do
leaks.
too. I like kicking people out of their places. I'm like, woo, I stole your shit.
Well, you want to come over here? You come over here. Take it
Well,
over, girly.
okay,
Come
yeah,
No,
on.
I'm talking about the crown thingy.
Yes,
Oh.
I like to go in and
Right.
steal people's crowns because I talk
Yeah.
too much.
Seems though I don't know how to understand this thing in front of me. Is the number of listeners starting to go down? If it is, then we need to bring Miss Angel back.
Actually, we are down to 42.
Are we?
Yeah.
Then all right, Keith, get out of here. Angel, come on back.
All right, it's Floyd's show, and I'm getting kicked out. So you either got
He's-
Floyd by himself, or you
he's-
get Miss
He-
Angel to
He's
come
starting
back.
to cut into the fun, folks. People are leaving. Sit down.
Actually, it's about time to end it.
I know it.
It's
Well,
been an hour.
had about all the fun
So
I can handle.
Does anybody else have any more questions that they want to ask Floyd?
I will attempt to answer them.
He will do his best. I was helping customers, and I kept listening in over here, and I'm like,
And we
Floyd's
kept,
not doing too bad.
we kept sitting here as we're doing this show, watching him and snickering under my breath.
I bought 100 ounces of
Yes.
silver
But
quarters
he's
and
standing
stuff.
over there, and of course, when he has to hand out change, his arm's going to hurt.
It's I'm number 19. I don't think the chatting has to do with it. The time in the chat, super chats, believe it or not. I don't know why YouTube tied in super chats to that crown, but super chat now helps you move up in the crown world too.
Why
Just
does-
say it. I don't know why they did that. That's they tell us to not
Yes.
you can't make someone participate something for a giveaway, but yet if they want a crown one, they'll take their money, so to speak. I don't know. I don't know why that is.
Because they figured out whatever it is, figured out a way to make money on it, because that's what makes this world go.
It's a
around.
mix between here and chatting. Also, super chats boost you up. They do boost you up higher. That's
I
what
see.
I read it in the community. If you go to you're in your studio or something, you try to figure it out. wherever. There's somewhere I read it on YouTube, how to move up in the crown.
You read it?
I read it.
Or Angel read it?
It's
to you?
only gives you 75 points per hour. And you get points for super chats. You get points for chatting, both. Yeah, it's a point. It's like pointing out of a job, so to speak.
Well, here, I give him a super chat. I give him back the Indian head penny I got off his desk. There
Is Floyd interested at all in platinum?
like I said, I won a piece and I didn't even get to put it in my hand.
He won it, yeah.
Yes, I
For me.
won it at his monthly drawing, and I seen it when he showed me what he was putting up. Okay, I walked through the door with my youngest granddaughter, and he handed it to her and said, "Here, Grandpa won. It's yours." So yeah, no,
Yeah. He's seen it. He never touched it.
I've never touched it. Every once in a while, she reminds me of it. Grandpa, do you remember when we stopped out there and seen your friend with the coins and he gave me that platinum coin? I said, "Yeah, he didn't give it to you. I did."
It sounded good the way she said it,
know it.
though.
You know. But like
So-
I said, they think he's a nice guy.
Yeah, if you guys got a quick question, we'll go about 2 more minutes and then
He
we'll
looks for things. they want.
testing. Okay, now look at where you're at in the number.
All right.
She's like $2. Testing. Let's see if that brought your number.
In
up.
what number?
She said she was 19. It's probably not gonna.
Who was 19?
Oh, now she's 20. Oh, she went the wrong way. Just read it in the community guidelines and stuff. She's testing it to see if it works. Now let's, man. Okay, so yeah, she's 20 now, 75 XP. Maybe it takes a second. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I'll read it again to understand it better.
I don't understand it, but oh well.
Okay, how long is
How long
Floyd?
have I been collecting?
Yeah,
I haven't started.
there you go. There's an answer.
How long have I been
Giving stuff away, coins
playing
away.
procurement for my grandkids and making smiling faces? I don't know. It's got to be 30 years or so. I do not own a coin. If I come in here and buy one, it might be mine till I get home, and then it goes in one of the heirs.
Lady Bluegrass says should have gotten here earlier. So I guess that's going to be a day. We're going to be live with Floyd on the 25th of July, 10:30 a.m. on his 77th birthday.
Who'd ever thought I'd live that?
So I don't know what I'm going to do for his birthday, but whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to show it on that live show. And if anybody else wants to do anything, that's cool too. We'll show it on that live show. And please remember that we have an auction Sunday and we
Yes.
have a dealer chat on Tuesday.
And
then
when the phone rings during the auction, it's probably me.
probably, yeah.
Either asking
Or
a
against an
question-
army.
Either asking a question or attempting to buy something. I have figured out that when he says I have something, it's going to be a buy it now. I start dialing, not knowing what it is yet, because if it comes up something I don't want, I just tell him never mind.
Liza Jane says we should do an episode using precious metals to help with retirement years.
This is
That's something to think about.
Yeah, I started to tell you about that earlier with the young lady with the new credit card. And pretty soon she said, "Okay, we got that all handled now. Tell me a little more about how this works." So I hope I'm right. You're coincrew.com. Is that how she can find you?
MyCoinZone.com.
Oh, my coin.
That's the website.
Okay. Well, I told her to go on YouTube too, and we would be
Coin
on
Crew.
this morning.
Yeah, Coin Crew on YouTube.
Yeah. And because she said, well, that sounds like a good way instead of, yeah, but it's long term. And if you get your kids, and I don't know if you have them yet, or grandkids, it turns into be a whole lot of fun. And Miss Liza, I hope you're having as much fun with your youngsters.
They
as I
did
had
leave.
with
Oh,
mine.
now that you come to think about it, they left
Yeah.
a comment about that, and they are
Yes.
having a blast.
It is,
I don't.
hey, I have my grandson
Yeah.
had told me a while back, because I always told him that he could. And he said, well, I'm actually being able to do a little bit. My adopted son tells me it's my fault. He has $1 million in his retirement account.
I see.
Because at 14, when he went to work for a summer job, of course, I wasn't bright enough to do this, but I told him to put 10% away. Well, Myers for 40 years has put into his retirement. He's put into it. And of course, it's made money over the years. So he said, thank you.
I don't know where the
But I
comment
remember-
is. They made a comment
I
about
remember
it.
seeing it, that they were having fun.
Yeah, they were definitely having fun.
Yeah, it is. It's anything, and I learned this from my parents when I was little, anything you can do with your kids and your grandkids, build memories that last forever.
Yeah.
Okay?
So if you want to help get younger people interested in coins, introduce them to them. Use stuff like Buffalo nickels, Mercury dimes, stuff they don't see in change today.
Okay.
The bigger the coin, the cooler, the more interested the kid will be. Child, or however you want to say it. The younger you start them, the better, because teenagers tend to sway away a little bit. And Ikes work good because they're big. You don't see them.
Yeah.
So that's why he chose Ikes.
Most of you people are not in my neighborhood, so I don't mind the competition. But I have tried Mercury dimes, I have tried wheat pennies, I have tried Buffalo nickels. Okay, they look at them and it's just another nickel. Okay, but you take, and he don't have one on his desk, of course.
No, I don't have an
You
Ike
take
on
an
my
Ike
desk.
and you hand it to a little one, and as they look, as they do this, and it gets closer, their eyes get bigger and bigger. Okay, at the doctor's office last Tuesday, as I'm waiting, a lady sitting there with two little kids that are just, they looked like they were about to break into tears. Well, when I seen them, I went over and give them an Ike. And I don't know if they were waiting to go in or waiting for somebody to come out, but when I came back out after getting my neck x-rayed, they were still smiling and holding the coin up to show me and grinning, okay? As my mother used to say, $1 million smile.
Well, guys, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the super chats.
Yep.
Don't forget, Sunday Fun Day is coming this Sunday. Dealer chat on Tuesday. Floyd will be live again on his birthday on the 25th of July. Having said all of that, everybody, please have a great day. And we're going to send it over to Floyd, let him close out.
And remember, if you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, change channels. And for some of you younger ones, growing up, we had
See, that was the end. That was the end right. That was the end right there.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
just
change the channel and then boom,
There
it's
you
over.
go.
But he didn't do it. So let's try it again. Let's try it again.
I said, if you like it, let me know. If you don't, change the channel. But not everybody knows what a channel selector is. Quit ruining my fun. I don't take orders.
See you guys later. Thanks.
Have a great week.
Bye.